Hi, I'm Matt Sveinbjornson. I'm the Director of Engineering at ATCO Electric. Well, ATCO is involved with 7 programs. I have been personally involved with the Advanced Distribution Operations Group for about 5 years. Currently, I'm the Executive Chair of that group, which is a great honor and role. What ATCO's role in that group and why ATCO joined that specific group is just to help the ATCO team go through our grid modernization journey. The grid modernization journey for us was a brand new journey. We found that this group had really helped us learn and lean in on other utilities' experiences, their failures, their learnings, but also their successes. And it's really helped ATCO shape, frame, and execute our grid modernization journey. We knew that at ATCO, our grid was going through a transformation. Our customers were transforming. We were starting to see proliferation of solar additions. Customers in ATCO's service territory were being more incentivized to understand what's going through their wires. Why are they paying so much? When do I use electricity? Why am I using this electricity? And a lot of those pieces drove us to create a grid modernization roadmap that included advanced metering infrastructure. It included distribution SCADA and advanced distribution management systems. So ATCO was in the early days of our journey when we started to engage and we became a part of the Advanced Distribution Operations Group, which was really helpful for ATCO because we joined a group that had folks and other utilities from across the spectrum. Folks who have gone through and already implemented new technologies like AMI, folks that have already implemented feeder automation schemes, folks who are in the middle of these type of implementations, and also folks just like us who are at the early beginnings and were eager, willing to listen and learn about the journeys ahead. Utilities and engineers at utilities who would benefit from being a part of the Advanced Distribution Operations team would be engineering teams involved in SCADA systems, control systems, the information technology, operation technology kind of crossover, that IT/OT space. A lot of the ADO teams group members are also involved in advanced metering infrastructure implementation, so AMI. We're now evolving to a space where we're looking at new topics such as advanced operating technologies and systems for wildfire and storm response. Also demand response, so DR programs. We're also a key piece of the ADO team is looking into how DERs will be managed in the future and who's going to manage them and what tools and technologies we'll need as utilities to manage those types of systems. There are alternatives out there in the world and the market to help us as a utility try and solve these problems on grid modernization and grid modernization planning and road mapping. They include hiring consultants. Other alternatives are just diving in and learning yourself. There are other technological institutes and technology communities. What we've found at ATCO through CEATI is primarily the peer collaboration and openness of utilities and utilities only sharing their experiences. At ATCO and through my involvement in CEATI is another big positive is CEATI's willingness to listen to their members, the utilities, in order to shape what's done in a given calendar year or a given cycle in specific groups. And there isn't a pre-formed agenda given to the utilities that are the members. It's member driven on what gets done and what the priorities are in a given year. So as executive chair, I'm teamed up with a program lead. Our program lead at CEATI does a lot of the heavy lifting. They are going through and looking what the calendar will be for the year, what events we're going to host through webinars. We'll have 2 meetings throughout the year, so semi-annual. This is where we like to meet in person and we roll up our sleeves and we really get into what's pressing for all of us and where can we use our CEATI network to help us with either research papers. Information exchanges are a huge benefit to this, where as an individual utility, A, we don't have the network, B, we don't have the time just to set up a information exchange, and that's a real big benefit to CEATI. Even those information exchanges aren't sent out, they're sent out to more utilities than beyond what's in just the ADO team. And those help provide us as members of ADO lots of insights to what's happening out there in North America, and even sometimes beyond North America. We also will tackle probably 2 or 3 research projects a year, and that's when we'll bring in external support. We'll get advice and support from our technical advisors or our TAs to help us through that. Then there's also just like general learning events and information pieces where when we're at these conferences, we're helping shape what content's delivered, what content we're trying to seek more information and education on. And that's also a real benefit to being a part of ADO and CEATI. The specific research topics we're working on right now at the ADO group involve how cybersecurity needs to be integrated in all our grid modernization planning. Now that we've got technology and communications to all these little devices on the grid, what do we need to, as utilities, what do we need to consider on cybersecurity? Many of our utilities are also struggling with, many of our members are also struggling with the conundrum of all of these connected devices are on the field now. Who operates them? Who maintains them? Who goes out there and will troubleshoot them if they're not working? And that's another real cool research project we have going on right now in the ADO. One of the key things we use at ATCO with our membership in CEATI and the membership of our working groups is not only just the peer collaboration we have with other utilities, but we really lean in on information exchanges. We probably will hand in 1 or 2 a year on topics that we need help with in the industry. And at ATCO, who can we go to and how do we get more information on what other utilities are doing on specific topics or problems that ATCO is facing presently? Where I see the biggest difference maker with working with CEATI in compared to other organizations is the attention to listening and the attention to delivering what members want and not just delivering on what the agenda is in their corporate business plan.